Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You are tuned into Radio Islam International. We are broadcasting live from the IEC Center in Pretoria, and we're honored to have the Palestinian ambassador at our mini studios. We welcome Ambassador Hashem Dajani to our studios. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
First and foremost, Ramadan Kareem to you and to all the Palestinians.
Yes, allow me first of all to congratulate all brothers and sisters in Islam, Muslim community and Muslim leadership here in South Africa in this holy Ramadan Mubarak, and inshallah will be month of hope, month of tolerance, month of peace, month of al-khair kaman inshallah.
Inshallah. Ambassador Hashem, in South African politics, the issue of Palestine comes up very often, and we find that this becomes a deciding factor for many South Africans when they choose which party to vote for, which party is more pro-Palestine. The South African community are very close to the Palestinian cause, and there has been statements by our former president Nelson Mandela saying that South Africa will not be truly free until Palestine is free. How do the Palestinians feel about the solidarity that they receive from South Africans?
First of all, allow me to thank South African people, government and leadership, and the ANC, Communist Party, COSATU, SANCO, all of these organizations who really supported Palestine and helped Palestinians with the strong solidarity which they provide here in South Africa and internationally, particularly in the United Nations and other international organizations. Support of South Africa is very important for Palestine, because myself as an ambassador of Palestine to South Africa, I consider the support of South Africa or the solidarity it's a main one if you compare it with others around the world. I consider South Africa is leading, really, or very important leader to the international solidarity with the Palestinian people. You know, the similarities between of suffering between Palestinians and South Africa, and the South African apartheid regime is not far from us. It's just behind us, steps behind us. The history is still in the mind and hearts of the people. They remember the oppressions, remember the apartheid system and its methods of oppressing people and so on. And you can see it today in Palestine, the same, or let me worse than South African apartheid. The Israelis are committing worse apartheid system than it was in South Africa. So our people are living in difficult conditions, and South Africans understand, more people who can understand the suffering of the Palestinians. And also, let me say, South Africans also, they get also from the Palestinian issue. It's good to remind the new generation of South Africa about the suffering of South Africans in the time of the struggle against apartheid. It's also when they see the Palestinians, they remember their stories, they remember their history, they remember their struggle, they remember their values and principles. It's been which they should take care of and carry it forward to keep South Africa strong and to keep South Africa democratic and to strengthening the democratic process in South Africa.
Is the government of South Africa doing enough to show solidarity with the Palestinians? What more could they be doing? What would you like to see them do? We've seen recently that they've downgraded the embassy in Israel, but on the other hand, there's still talks of business that does take place with the state of Israel. So how do you view the way the South African government deals with the state of Israel?
We welcome all the initiatives coming from the South African government and from the ANC toward the solidarity with the Palestinian people. And we welcomed the downgrade of the embassy in Tel Aviv. And yes, always we are looking from our friends strong and support and solidarity with our issue, and to play an important role with other partners also on international level, to strengthening this solidarity and to stand with the United Nations organization particularly and other international organizations to support Palestinian issue. As you can see that the support of some political support of South Africa is strong. We are happy with that. We are satisfied with that, and they are working and dealing with other partners also internationally very closely to also support Palestinians, and we are satisfied with that. I'm sure that we trust the policies of South Africa. We trust our friends here in South Africa, and we trust that they will take the important measures to strengthening the support and solidarity with our issue.
In terms of the local South African politics, recently there was a photo of the opposition party, Musi Maimani's. A photo of his was taken with the leader of the Israeli state, and this has been circulated extensively. Now, what South Africans voting, should they consider the political party's position when they cast their ballot?
I will leave this issue to the conscience of the South African people, which we trust. We trust that there is conscience and in South Africans, and we trust that they will choose the right representative for their who can represent their history, represent their struggle, represent their values and principles, which Nelson Mandela, Comrade Nelson Mandela, already adopted. And for us, we see that the Palestinian issue, it's a human conscience. I don't think that any human have conscience can ignore the rights of the Palestinians for self-determination and freedom. Freedom, it's basic issue for everybody in our world to live with freedom, minimum. And if somebody ignoring freedom to you and self-determination, I don't think that he has a conscience.
What is the solution to the Palestinian issue? Are we still talking of a two-state solution or a one-state solution? How would you like to see the Palestinian issue being resolved in the future?
First of all, we need freedom. We need before talking about the two-state, one-state, whatever, we are talking about the freedom, about ending the Israeli oppression against Palestinian people, about ending the occupation. And then we will find a way with the international community, with others. But now there is a consensus, international consensus for the two-state solution. The United States only with Israel, they don't want to go forward with this issue because they want to put obstacles and they want to send us to the first quarter again. They want steps back, they don't want forward. So I say that what we are looking for, first of all, freedom, end of oppression, and the rights for the Palestinians to self-determination. And this is the most important thing, and the rest can come after implementing of this. And this is a responsibility of the international community, and particularly the United Nations.
We appreciate your time. We say Jazakumullah khair for availing yourself to chat to us, and we wish you and all the Palestinians well over the month of Ramadan.
Assalamu alaikum, shukran jazilan.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.